What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superherocrew, and welcome to episode 19 of Comic Talk. This is the show where I talk about the comics that I decided to get this week, and today we're talking about JLA number 29, Spider-Gwen number 31, and Wonder Woman number 45. So let's talk. Let's start off with JLA number 29. This is the final issue of Justice League of America. Started in Rebirth, has had a lot of ups and downs, but I stuck with it. I pulled through with this series, and I gotta say, if you maybe read the whole thing at once, it might be a good read. The only thing is that with Panic in the Microverse, one of my complaints was that it was very long, so that kind of ruined it for me. That arc, it was interesting, but I thought it could be better because I waited 3 months for 6 issues to come out, and 4 of them were just backstory and talking. Like, I wanted to see like the plot progress, really. But if you read that like at once, it'll be a solid read. But anyway, so JLA 29, this is basically Kronos has killed the god of superheroes, and essentially, like, Ryan is able to swipe Kronos's hourglass, and it makes him, I guess, lose his power, and the Atom trips him, and they're able to send Kronos away and heal the god of superheroes. Then we see that Kronos has been sent to a bar in space where Lobo's waiting, and presumably he's going to beat the crap out of Kronos, which is pretty awesome. Then we see that the JLA, besides Batman, is doing a presentation, and what they're apparently doing now is that what Killer Frost says is that, like, the JLA has to evolve. They're working with the JLA is going to become a workshop for innovation. She describes it as a superhuman think tank, and she says this is the Justice Foundation. So will the Justice Foundation be a new book? Like, what's going to happen with that? It looks like the team is Black Canary, Vixen, the Atom, Killer Frost, Ray, Aztec. I believe Beast, I believe that's who that is. Livewire in the electric blues Superman suit from the 90s, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I have no idea. They don't explain it. The weird thing is that they have, like, Killer Frost, she's talking and she goes, this is the next step, then a double page splash of the Justice Foundation, and then a single page splash of Vixen, and she says, it's day 1, people. And that's the end of the JLA series. So is this supposed to end? Is this ending because of Justice League No Justice? Is the Justice Foundation going to spin out of Justice League No Justice? When will that book come out? I have no idea. I've tried to look into it and see when that book will come out, if it's going to even be a book that comes out, but I have no idea. So this is the end of JLA. It had a nice long run. 29 issues is pretty good. It started coming out monthly, and then it eventually came out twice a month. But overall, it had some ups, like I said, it had some downs. But I do recommend the JLA series if you want to have like a fun, funky Justice League story with some obscure characters, like the Ray and and stuff like that. So for JLA number 29, I'll have to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Alright, so let's talk about Wonder Woman number 45. So in this one, Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, Argus, the Female Furies, Darkseid, Grail, and the Amazons are all fighting, and there's a big portal that opened, and Wonder Woman cannot go through it because the portal goes to Themyscira. She can't go through the portal because she stepped foot on Themyscira, but Jason has never stepped foot on Themyscira. So he's able to go through it and meet his mom and put Grail in prison. And Darkseid, actually, what happens is Darkseid and Wonder Woman are fighting, and then Wonder Woman says, I'm going to use the power of love because I know that my brothers and sisters and my father love me. And then their souls pour out of Darkseid, and Darkseid essentially, like, disintegrates, basically. That's what happens. And then Jason's meets his mom and then is able to come back through the portal. And they basically just wrap things up. Grail is in a prison with the god of war Ares, and which is pretty cool. So he's in she's in some cave with him, and then Grail is like, you know, my father is out there somewhere. And we see some guy wake up on what looks like the beach. And he's walking and he goes, where am I? Who am I? That's the question, isn't it? Let me find the answer. So that's basically the whole gist of Wonder Woman 45. This was the end of the Amazons Attacked arc, and now we're going to be starting the Dark Gods, I believe. Yes, the Dark Gods arc. And I don't know, is that Darkseid reincarnated? So, like, Darkseid's dead now? Like, what's going on with that? I have no idea, but I can't wait. This was pretty good. There was a lot of cool fight scenes, and it was cool to see Jason finally meet his mother. And I hope we see more of Jason, because I do like Jason. Jason's starting to grow on me as a character. I don't know, like, once in a while he seems to get a little bland, and then his powers kick in, and then Steve Trevor, like in this one, was like, oh, you know, I'm starting to like his brother. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I am too. So that's basically it for Wonder Woman 45. Just the finale for Amazon's Attack, and we're going to go into the Dark Gods story arc, and that's pretty much it. So, for Wonder Woman number 45, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10. Spider-Gwen number 31. Now, in one of my last videos, I mentioned how one of the only Marvel books that I'm reading is Spider-Gwen, and they have some ups, and they have some lows. This might be in the middle. This might be but I'm kind of leaning towards it being a low, and I'll explain why. So, this is the life of Gwen Stacy and Captain America of the Spider-Gwen universe is talking to Matt Murdock, and basically she's like, I could get shield cameras to, show that you're doing all this crap, and he's like, oh, well, no, you cannot. And then we cut to the two Watchers in the near future, Earth 8, and there's Spider-Boy and Spider-Girl, and their mother, Gwen Stacy, from Earth 617, who we see Gwen and our Gwen for Spider-Gwen, and Gwen of 617, they're trying to figure out for how to get Spider-Gwen back, and basically they actually go to the bridge that Gwen died on. So then Spider-Gwen dives headfirst off of the bridge, which was pretty cool because, that's where most Gwens die, and in most universes. But then the Spider-Gwen, the Gwen of Earth 617 in the future on Earth 8 with the two Watchers. This is two Watchers, like, you can't change history. And she's like, actually, I can. I have the Venom symbiote. I can do what I want, and I'm actually living right now, and that's what's happening. And, like, apparently, like, she says, sure, on occasion we bend the rules, but Gwen 65 had already chosen not to kill Matt Murdock. We simply decided to reinforce that decision. So I guess in that universe, they did kill Matt Murdock, Matt Murdock as the Kingpin. So, that happened, and then she leaves, and then we cut back to Earth 65, and we see J. Jonah Jameson talking to Spider-Gwen, and she's like, we want you to publish the truth about Gwen Stacy. So that's it for Spider-Gwen number 31. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence with this issue. It was a little confusing because it was like, okay, so the Earth 617 is going into this future, but she prevented this, and she joins with Spider-Gwen, and she's doing this. It's like, so Spider-Gwen and Earth 617 Gwen are taking care of Spider-Gwen trying to get back to her universe. Then over here we have Gwen in the future from 617 with two Watchers. Spider-Boy and Spider-Girl explaining what's going on. Well, we have them here. Then we have Cap and Matt Murdock explaining a couple of things. So, I don't know. Now that we're getting into interdimensional, you know, multiverse travel and stuff with Spider-Gwen, it's kind of getting annoying. And also, because the Venom movie's coming out, so that means that we have to do 6 months of Spider-Gwen with the Venom symbiote on. It's kind of getting ridiculous. Gwenom, I love the costume. So far, it's been good. You know, we introduced Wolverine and Shadowcat, and then we introduced, you know, the stuff like that with the Venom symbiote with Gwenom. But this issue was... I don't think there was no point in doing this, I think. Maybe it's because Spider-Gwen went to J. Jonah Jameson and said, we're going to show you the life of Gwen Stacy, and we want you to publish the true story of Gwen Stacy, the life of Gwen Stacy. So maybe Spider-Gwen going to J. Jonah Jameson and asking him, hey, can you publish the truth about Gwen Stacy? Maybe she got influenced from Earth 617 Spider-Gwen, but I don't know. I don't know, this kind of seemed like a filler issue. I don't think there was any need for Spider-Gwen to go through the portal and have that happen. I don't think that was necessary at all. They could have continued with that story, but maybe they were running out of ideas. I don't know. But this issue and the last issue kind of seemed unnecessary to me. But surprisingly, for Spider-Gwen number 31, I'll have to give it a 7 out of 10. I'm still going to be reading it. I'm still going to be continuing it because it's been pretty solid throughout. You know, like I said, they've had some ups and downs, but I don't know if this issue was meh for me. Alright guys, so that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. Fresh Start, Marvel's Fresh Start is coming soon. I believe in May, so we got about a month until those new books start coming out. So maybe I'll start getting Marvel books again. And also, JLA is done, so that's one book off of my pull list until the new Justice League book comes out with that whole new team at the end of this issue and all that. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please like, got any questions, comment down below, and subscribe for more comic-based videos, and I'll see you in the next one.